That's right, Orgain, as I said before, my favorite. I have one every day. But Jim, let's stay on the topic of Dave Meltzer momentarily, because I don't know how up on these things you are. You don't spend a lot of time on Twitter like you used to. But the Meltzer Says What Twitter account tweeted this out, so I just got to see this. Apparently, and I saw people write about this, Dave had some interesting comments about something we talked about. The John Cena Cody Rhodes segment on Raw, the first John Cena heel promo, no mention of The Rock. There was no mention of Travis Scott, too, when you think about it.
Well, and we mentioned that they weren't necessary and weren't needed in the deal, and it was refreshing.
Yeah, this showed that the John Cena heel turn obviously didn't need The Rock. And now here we are with the first promo, no mention of The Rock. Dave Meltzer's always been a good source for Rock information. May or may not know The Rock's mom or anyone else. He calls him Dwayne. Did you hear anything about what he's reported?
No, I'm in the dark on this one, but I have a feeling it's more Dave-splaining.
Well, let's go to this. This apparently is from Wrestling Observer Radio, as tweeted out by Meltzer Says What? Or Meltzer said what? Not says. Meltzer says what? Meltzer said what?
Roller coaster of love. Say what?
Well, let's go to this right now. Brian Alvarez and Dave Meltzer talking about the Cody Rhodes and John Cena segment on Raw.
Well, tell me about Cody and John Cena in their promo.
You know who they didn't mention hardly at all? I don't think they even mentioned him at all.
Who's that?
Dwayne.
Well, yeah, I mean, we talked about that on Monday. They got 6 weeks.
Yeah, well, there's more to it than meets the eye, apparently.
So he's dropped again?
No. Oh, I'm sure he's not dropped. But there's something going on.
What does that mean?
Well,
it means there's something going on.
Well, we shouldn't have brought this up if you can't tell us anymore, because now you just made people angry.
I don't know what is going on. I was actually just told it's what you think. And I don't even know. I asked. I said, like...
It's what you think? What I think is they're holding it off for the next couple of weeks.
It's not... They said that... Well, the other sentence when they said it's what you think is... when you figure... I think they thought that I knew, which I didn't. And they said that even if you say it, they're going to all deny it. Everyone in the company will deny it. So it's something, but I don't know exactly what. So there you go.
Stop it. Wait, stop it. I don't want to interrupt this train of thought. But because he's doing well enough on his own of interrupting his own train of thought. But has he ever said what it is? That it would be what you think it is. Well, what is it? Or what was it? Or what did you think?
That's the best Faith No More song I've ever heard right there. I don't know. What
and
is
they
it?
think that you thought that he thinks that they know that you know I know.
Well, let's talk about what he did say so far, and there's a little bit left. He said there's more to this than meets the eye.
Well, of course, that would mean there's more to this than there is on television. And yes, that's the whole thing. We know that... And we've been saying The Rock comes in last minute with brilliant ideas for Rock, and it screws up everything else. And some people don't want to go along with it. And last year it got public. And so this year people were looking for it. And to a lesser extent, he's done it again. He's interjected himself into this thing for some nebulous reason. But then when they actually did the turn and Cena explains it, it's on their issue, him and Cody. Not talking about The Rock, not talking about the discount rapper throwing potatoes, but what the fans want to see and what's going to draw some money. And I guarantee you what's going on that you don't know or I don't know or behind whatever scenes is that Triple H and or Cody and or other people have said, no, we have to concentrate on the talent in the match, and The Rock is getting in the way at some points and is overshadowing people or screwing up plans for what our most devoted audience wants to see.
Overshadowing people, including Triple H.
Yes. So I think that, and we're Brian there, they're his Brian, not you, Brian, my Brian. You know what I mean? It's who you think I mean. I don't think they're going to come back to it in a couple weeks. I think they're going to do as little coming back to it as they possibly can, unless The Rock insists on fucking hopping the rail and getting on TV.
The last thing Dave Meltzer said here, we'll go back to the tape. I don't know what more that's going on. I was actually just told it's what you think. I think they thought I knew, which I didn't. And they said that even if you say it, they're going to all deny it. Everybody in the company will deny it. So it's something, but I don't know exactly what.
I know there's something going on. Doom, 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 doom.
What could it be? Well, let's hear the rest of the audio, then we'll try to guess what this could be. What could be going on? Here's more with Meltzer and Alvarez on Wrestling Observer Radio.
I don't know exactly what. So there you go.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you know what we can talk about soon is the New Japan Cup.
So
Yes.
I guess, I mean, there's always stuff going on behind the scenes there. That's all. So yeah.
Well, the New Japan Cup is, I think it's going on right now as we speak.
Well, there it is, I guess.
That was a profound statement. There's always something going on. No, most of the time the building's empty.
You see, this is where Dave is right and he's wrong. Again, people get mad at me for saying this because I'm not supposed to, but yeah, there are issues with The Rock. There are legitimate Rock issues company-wide. And there will be probably going forward for at least until Ari Emanuel understands it, maybe. Who knows? But at the same time, what the hell is Dave saying? That what you think is really happening, but I don't know what I think. And I was told that I know it, but I don't know it. However, it must be something. There's more to this than meets the eye. What about the ears and the brain? Is there more to this than meets the brain?
Can we connect some dots between those organs? And here's another thing. If you put any other wrestler in that news story, would he have called them by their first name? And I know Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is a movie star, but would he have said it was Sting or Flair or what? But Dwayne, it's like, Dan Rather may have been friends with fucking President Reagan, but he wouldn't go around saying, well, what Ronnie was saying,
I have heard Dave address this in the past, and I don't think it necessarily is the right explanation, at least for what you're asking, but I think he said that Dwayne once told him, call me Dwayne, which is probably when you're talking one-on-one, not anytime I review anything with you or not review, or just say nothing about anything you're not doing or possibly are doing. Who knows what that was?
Call me Dwayne to my face. Give me a Mr. Johnson every once in a while to the public. All right.
So what could the issue be?
With The Rock.
With whatever this is, yeah.
Well, I'll try to say this a little shorter and a little plainer than Dave did. I think The Rock has these grand ideas and shows up with his people and shoehorns this stuff in. And then it doesn't get a great response from a lot of the most devoted fans. And when he's not there, he being The Rock, they talk about it and mention it as little as fucking possible and refer to him in some cases as little as possible. And they couldn't have done it on this promo because it needed to be between Cena and Cody, and it just would muddy the fucking water. And I think probably The Rock will come back with another great idea, or he might be around for WrestleMania or whatever. But I think that a lot of people that don't like The Rock's ideas are trying to minimize them and the not necessarily damage they'll do, but the way that they'll get into of other shit. He's getting in people's way.
He likes the stuff he wants to do. But we don't know if everyone else does. I mean, I'm sure John Cena could see the picture of a lot of things he could do for this last year, especially as a heel. Did everything go the way he would have wanted it to? I don't know. Again, no reference at all. The Travis Scott thing. Cody, Everything has been
Cody does not want to be involved in a lot of this. You can, I mean, not with Cena, but with The Rock sticking it in, and he definitely didn't want to turn heel if that concept that was floated has been, if there was any validity to that.
Yeah, I don't know about the actual angle or any of the things they've done, but it seems like The Rock has a Cody obsession somewhere. I'm not exactly sure, but we'll see. Dave knows something, or he doesn't know it, but everyone thinks he does, but they'll deny it. We'll see what we can find out or deny.
But it's what you think it would be.
Why did he say anything? Why did he open the door and then just hit us with more gibberish?
Because that's the things Dave do.
It's more than meets the eye. Elementary, my dear Alvarez.
The pipe, please.